So, today, ang gagawin natin ay I'll give you tips on how to save. Tipid Tips by Nubitah. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. To those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Novi, and you might want to think of subscribing and hitting that bell button down there so that you'll be notified with my future posts. Magbabudget at magtipid-tipid tayo because minsan kasi, alam nyo, kahit gano'ng tipid natin, but feeling natin na short tayo. Pero when we think about it, okay naman ako, masipag naman ako, nagtatrabaho, may stable income, minsan sumasideline. Ba't ganun? Ba't nasa-short tayo? So ito yung mga tips na baka makatulong sa inyo para magkaroon ng savings. And by the way, guys, it's not just save to save. We save to invest. We just don't let our money sleep in the banks. We save so that we can have capital if the opportunity comes na kailangan nating mag-invest kasi investing is making money work for you. So, that's the goal. Tip number 1, know the formula na income minus savings equals expenses. Unahin mo dapat na bayaran ang sarili mo bago mo bayaran yung Meralco or Dialco in our case, bago mo bayaran yung cable, multiple cooperative. Diba? Isipin mo, pag pinayaran mo yung sarili mo, mas napaprioritize mo yung sarili mo. And when the time comes na kailangan mo nang gamitin yung binayad mo sa sarili mo for growth, potential financial growth, nagagamit mo yung binayad mo sa sarili mo, which is hopefully at that time is big enough for you to start. Tip number 2, mag-prioritize, meaning mag-budget. Unahin yung mga needs mo first. Wag yung mga wants. Minsan kasi, alam mo, when nakakakita ng sale, mapabili ka kasi buy one take one, hindi ka nakasave. Alam mo, nakaspend ka ng X amount na pinili mo dun sa sale. Except of course, kung kailangan mo yon, like food for your daily needs, di ba? If not kasi, wala siya sa priority list ng bibilhin mo, ayun, you lose. You do not save money with sales. So, iwasan yung sale. Pag mag-sale, isiping mabuti, red flag. Think twice. And of course, mag-stick tayo sa budget. Kasi, for example, may daily budget ka, and a certain amount is what you allot for each day. So, pag nakita mo, uy, malapit akong mag-exida, tapos meron kang gustong bilhin na nakita mo, hindi siya sa needs mo, mag-stick ka sa budget. Kasi discipline is key to saving them. Tuparin mo yung budget mo, diba? Kasi nga, may kasabihan,
he who buys what he does not need steals from himself.
Diba? Binayaran mo, pera mo na yun eh. Ibinigay mo pa sa iba, ibinigay mo sa H&M or sa Shopee, sa Lazada. I want you to prioritize your buying. Make your buying intentional and purposeful para hindi nawawaldas yung perang pinaghirapan mo. Okay? Tip number 3, umiwas sa utang. Run away from debt. Actually, you can have it both ways. Umiwas, mangutang, at sabi nga ni Chinkitan, umiwas din magpautang. So, we'll tackle the first one, yung umiwas sa utang. Kasi, sometimes, kung meron tayong gustong bilhin, tas kailangan cash siya, nangungutang tayo. Diba? May kasabihan nga na Thomas Jefferson, never spend your money before you have it because wala ka pang money. Especially kung hindi mo naman kailangan, ba't may ipapautang? Tapos malaki pa yung interest minsan, no? At saka, kahit na walang interest, nakaka-stress kayong isipin na, ay, may babayaran akong utang, ganito, ganyan. Kailangan mong stick sa mind mo na, ay, may utang ko, ganyan. So, di ba mas peace of mind pag wala? So, alam mo yung delayed self-gratification, yung hintayin mo, yung 3-month rule or 6-month rule, whatever. Tapos, mag-decide ka after that month kung kailangan mo ba talaga siyang bilhin or hindi. Kasi, ang tendency, pag naghintay ka ng mas matagal, tapos na-realize mo, ay, oo nga, no, parang hindi ko naman pala masyadong kailangan. Parang, ito yung mas kailangan ko, mas priority ko. So, ayun, naiiwasan natin ang impulsive buying, diba? Okay. Ando naman tayo sa second, yung umiwas magpautang. When someone approaches you and it's an emergency, parang it's an exemption, diba? Pero, minsan, nadiderail tayo sa budget natin kasi dahil sa utang. Especially, alam naman din siguro nila na you live within the budget at tight yung budget mo, diba? So, ang tip na lang dito is, kung talagang kailangang magpautang, ay magpautang ka na lang ng pera na kaya mong ibigay talaga na wala ka nang iisipin na babayaran pa niya. So, tip number 4, live simply. Actually, living according to our means is actually a conscious way of living na alam mo yung wala kang aagrabyadong tao kasi nangutang ka, hindi mo nabayaran, or kaya wala kang ninakawan kasi nagka-short ka, kailangan mong kupitan si ganito or budget ng ganyan, kailangan mong gamitin. So, alam mo yung conscious living is yung minimalist living. Ang ganda din nun kasi you only have to live with the things that you need, that spark joy. Marie Kondo. Actually, if we think about it, a lot of our expenses are being sent to things that we don't need. I mean, really, we don't need them, but we buy them because we buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress the people we don't like. So, ang ending, sinong tanga? Di ba ikaw, nangutang ka, bumili ka ng something, ma-impress si ganito, si ganyan, yung mga friends mo, hindi mo kailangan, hindi, di ba? You're fooling yourself. So, you better live with the reality na yung needs mo lang dapat ang pagtuunan mo ng pansin, at yung iba, depende na yun kung pasok sa budget mo. Dapat mag-budget ka rin sa sarili mo ng like reward, pampering yourself, pero hindi naman siguro every month. Maybe once or twice a year pwede na. But living simply, it makes us realize na ang daming pagkakataon na makapag-save na sana tayo. Binili lang natin ng subscriptions in Netflix na hindi naman like kailangan talaga kasi may cable din naman kayo sa house, or kaya yung mga luxury items na pwede namang nalilive out naman ang purpose ng ibang brands at tibay din naman yung iba. It's just that you're being brand conscious, ganon. So, I think you should reevaluate life that way too para hindi ka nga ma-derail sa budgeting mo. Hi, ito po isang tip na importante din. Kasi minsan, nagsisave tayo sa piggy bank, sa kawayan, nagtatago tayo sa inside cabinets or anywhere sa house natin. Ang tendency, pag nasunog yung bahay, pag nakita ng ate, ng kuya, ng uncle, ng auntie, ng mama, ng papa, ang nangyayari, kinukuha, so nawawala yung savings mo. I suggest that you create digital wallets like Gcash or Paymaya. I mean, I have to put in the link of those vlogs talking about Gcash and Paymaya in the description below for you to watch. Importante kasi na yung income natin secured. So, try to find, kasi sa Gcash and Paymaya, you will be able to send or save your money directly to your bank account. So, that way, parang wala ka nang iisipin, diba? Kasi napunta nga yung pera mo diretso sa bangko mo. And you don't have to worry about losing it or someone else finding it and then spending it without you knowing. So, ayun. importanteng i-secure natin yung place ng treasure natin. Diba? Kasi sayang din yun. And ito yung bonus tips ko for you. Una is yung pag-create ng side hustle. Kasi nga, yun, sinabi ko kanina, minsan parang ba't short tayo palagi? Ba't kulang? Maybe because maliit talaga yung income natin. Tsaka parang nag-level off lang sila sa expenses natin regularly, weekly, monthly, ganun. So, ang solusyon dyan is to increase your income flow. So, hanap tayo ng extra income source. Actually, millionaires and billionaires in the US at least have 7 sources of income. Imagine that. So, if you have 1 or 2, we have to double time. Kasi, if we're that serious, imagine 7 income generating sources mo. So, alam mo yun, it's like a house na maraming foundation. Imagine, 4 na pillars or haligi, ganon. O, diba? Tapos ikaw to, once na nawala yung isa, halimbawa nandiyan ka, nawala yung isang income source mo, for example, your main job is lost due to pandemic, for example. Ayun, nawala siya, tumba. Meron ka pang 4 supporting you. Hindi ka agad-agad, hindi mababagsak because you still have other income sources. So, yun yung dinadevelop natin dapat sa sarili natin na we do not rely on one income source. Especially if you want to save and invest, and grow financially. So, importante yun. Tip ko lang pala for those of you wanting to, anong gagawin ko? Wala akong extra income source. Actually, you can try to develop a skill or improve your skill. For example, you're good in drawing. You can play musical instruments, piano, guitar, or you're good in hosting, you're good in, kahit ano mga online businesses, pwede, diba? O, pagkakitaan mo yun, maningil ka naman. Para extra na rin yun, diba? Aside from your main job, mag-side hustle ka rin. Kasi, it's good for your pockets. Ito pa, isa pang tipid tip na naka-asterisk. Live with your parents. I'm sorry. This is applicable if your parents are stable and yung expenses nila sa household is kaya na nilang i-shoulder on their own. So, di ba ikaw, for example, you're just beginning to work. Tapos, gusto mong mag-save kasi gusto mong magkabukod. Instead of renting, how about living with them na lang muna? In that way, di ba nakakatipid ka na sa upa sa bahay, kuryente, tubig, cable, etc., etc. Instead na i-rent mo yon, i-save mo na lang yun for the future investment mo kung sakaling bubukod ka na, diba? At saka, ang laking savings ko yan, nakatira ka sa parents mo. Hello, grab that opportunity na lang. In a way, your parents will be thankful din naman if you work. At saka, siguro some of the parents naman pag nakikita kang nagtatrabaho, okay na sa kanila yun, at least hindi ka pabigat. Wala silang ginagastos na extra aside from your, of course, food na kasali ka na naman sa budget nila na So, mapagtutuunan mo ng pansin yung budgeting, saving mo, diba? Para makalikom ka agad ng mas malaki-laking pera. Diba, bongga? Ang isusukli mo na lang sa parents mo while you're living with them is magtrabaho ka ng konti sa household chores. For example, maghugas ng plato, magwalis-walis, ganun na lang, diba? At saka, maybe a little money here and there, pero yung alam mong nasa budget ka lang na yung pasok na pasok sa budget mo, di ba? At saka hindi naman siguro sila hihingi na sa'yo. This is applicable for those na stable naman yung parents. Choose the people that influence you financially. If you think your friends and family or relatives are not the right people for that, try to look for like successful businessmen or generally successful people in your town. Maybe if not in your town, like big personalities, business moguls, Bill Gates. A lot of writers write their thoughts and their practices financially through their books. So you might want to read those books and maybe check if they hold positive value and influence to your life. So you will be able to save, and be influenced positively. Ito, isang problem sa atin is our friends sometimes tell us to like chip in to, come on, let's hang out, let's go there, let's make gala. And if we say no, people will say, ang kuripot mo naman, ano ba yan, grabe naman to, ganyan, ganyan. I think kuripot, for me, we should positivize that word and think of it as a compliment.
Thank you.
Baka nagiging disiplinado ka lang sa sarili mo na if it's not in your budget, you're not gonna spend any amount of money for that. So, baka kasi yung practices nila, yung yaya ng yaya, inom ng inom. So, winawaldas yung pera, yosi, gala. Gala na masyadong frequent, nakaka-off budget na. So, I think those people, you should filter those, diba? Out of your life kung kinakailangan, kasi if their influence makes you a little more broke, a little more financially unstable, they are a threat to your stability. So anong ginagawa natin? Let's omit those people. Let's choose the people that influence us wisely. Like if they do not serve their purpose in your life, try to nitpick them out of your life. Ayun, taray. Last tip ko na lang to in saving. Importante na when we save, we should allocate money for emergency fund savings. Kasi ito yung money na gagamitin mo in case of emergency, medical emergencies, calamities, bagyo, earthquake, sunog, lahat-lahat. And the emergency fund should cover at least 6 months of your monthly expenses, your average monthly expenses. That way, pag, for example, may calamity or pandemic or anything, those circumstances, hindi ka babagsak agad because you have something or some fund, this emergency fund to lean on na pwede mong magamit while you're job hunting, while securing another job. Diba? Yung ganon. Tapos, hindi ka mababroke. Hindi ka agad magkakautang, magkakalubog-lubog sa utang. So, emergency fund is important. So, unahin mo yon. It should be as liquid as possible. Meaning, you can use that anytime for any emergency. Save while you're young. Invest also while you're young. Kasi ang goal natin talaga dito is to save to invest. Actually, these are just advices. You can take them, whatever fits you. And I pray na sana tayo ay magkaroon ng financial freedom and magtagumpay tayo sa lahat ng larangan na gugustuhin nating pasukin. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye. You're welcome.